Summer House stars Carl Radke and Lindsay Hubbard have reportedly called off their engagement just months before their wedding day. According to multiple media outlets, the pair have decided not to go through with their marriage, despite being set to tie the knot in November. Access Hollywood has reached out for comment. The shocking revelation comes just 2 weeks after Carl made a special appearance at Lindsay's bridal shower on August 12th. Carlito showed up and surprised me at the end. She captioned a series of loved-up snaps of the duo. "You are going to make such a beautiful bride," Carl wrote on a post of his own. The 37-year-old reality star and her 38-year-old co-star announced their engagement in August 2022. In February 2023, Access Hollywood spoke to the former couple, and they ominously joked that wedding planning wasn't going well in a resurfaced interview.
I thought of a word like a month ago, and then I forgot what that word was.
I'm just gonna. My word that comes to mind is complicated.
Oh, that's a good word. What was the word give me a word.
Most weary.
Bridgerton over here. Yeah, it's interesting.
Summer House is back. I'm so excited. This season looks so good, but it does look like tensions are kind of high this summer. So what can you tell us about that?
I mean, when has there never been a summer where there's not tensions high?
Yeah.
I don't recall any of that, but it'll be an interesting season, a wild one. But I think if we're really going to extrapolate some of the best things that I'm looking forward to seeing, one of which is the engagement and proposal.
Yeah.
And, all that went into doing that. And, she'll get to watch, what she wasn't privy to, which is going to be fun for her to see. I hope. I took a lot of, I put a lot of plans in place, and it took a lot of just like strategic stuff because filming a TV show. So there's a lot more people in the know about the engagement than I personally would have liked. So,
I mean, listen, I think tensions are high, of course, but that's because there's more at stake, right? Yeah. Like these are deeper, stronger friendships that are on the line. So that might, be the reason why it seems like there's a bigger tension this year. But like we just always have fun, like no matter what, there's always that like summer house fun, the themed parties, we get, we have new cast members. So there's like a lot to look forward to.
This time around, it's different because the two of you came in, you were a strong couple. Obviously, we'll see the engagement at the end, but were your other castmates supportive of the two of you this summer, or was it any weird tension with that?
I mean, I felt like people were in support of our relationship. I don't ever remember there being a time where I was like, oh, the whole house feels like they don't support us. Like, I do think that they realize we make each other happy and that's all that matters. But I think once, there becomes talk of like our future, being a stronger future and like how serious we are, that's when, I think with Danielle, it seems like she's not really on the same page as us.
Which must have been hard for you because you and Danielle have been very close for quite some time. Yeah. Where do you guys stand now?
I saw her at BravoCon back in October and we said our hellos, but I haven't seen her since. Obviously, the fall, we were traveling a lot this fall, and then there was the holidays, and, now then we like basically hibernate for January, and now here we are. So, I think just we're at different paths in our lives. She's working on whatever she's working on, and we're planning a wedding, and everyone is busy in their individual lives. So we haven't really spoken about anything, but I think we're both going to see what happens after this season airs.
Right, because you kind of get to see all of it unfold.
Right.
And what people say in confessionals, which I feel like would always be the worst part.
You never get used to that, but
yeah,
it's, I guess, part of what you sign up for. And we'll watch episodes together and hold each other's hands and try to, work through it and get through it. But I don't know, we've been doing this 7 seasons now, and certainly we've had a lot of difficult things that have happened on the show and big moments and all that. So we've been able to get through it before. So,
now you guys have each other to get through it together.
Exactly.
We have each other.
Carl, I want to ask, Kyle brings up in the teaser that you just haven't really been focused since your relationship with Lindsay first blossomed. Is that true? What did you feel when you saw him say that?
I mean, it feels a little like hyperbole. Listen, I understand he's running a business. He's very on top of the business and the work ethic and how much you're producing and all that. It hurts for him to say that, because I don't think that was the case. But listen, I think we both were at a point where we needed to really have a conversation about the future I was having with Loverboy. That, and also just our friendship, the working together for the last 3.5, 4 years. It's been challenging at best, honestly, for our friendship. And we really haven't had those moments where it's like, it's just all about being friends. So, you'll see this season how, we both navigate this kind of awkwardness and career kind of, what's best for me moving forward. Because I've had a lot of feelings over the last year about, is this the best thing for me long term being at this company? I'm so proud of what I've done, but there's other things I think I want to do in my life. And coming to that realization and talking to Kyle about it, you'll get to see some of that, this season.
Makes total sense. Now I want to go back to the whole engagement of it all, because we are going to get to see it. I'm so excited because it does look like it was the most perfect day ever. Lindsay, what was your favorite part about the day?
My favorite part about the day, obviously, turning around and Carl's on one knee and I'm just like, oh my God, what's happening? And you kind of just like black out in those moments of like, what he said, what I said, and whatever. But it was right after the engagement, and Carl had a second surprise for me. So I would say that was probably, my favorite.
Yeah, we don't want to give too much away, but there's some good surprises outside of
it was like multiple surprises and one.
What comes to mind for me about, I know it was a big moment for her, but our drive to where before I proposed, we were in the car driving, trying to set up a little bit of diversion with her so she didn't know exactly what was going on. But on the car ride, I put on a playlist of like some of our favorite songs that we've listened to over the years and over the last year of dating. And her and I were singing along, blasting music on the drive, and I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. I really enjoyed.
Aww,
that's so cute.
Yeah, I do. Of course, I remember the car ride.
So the car ride, I hope they use some of that footage from the car ride, because it was like us. I feel like really in our pure, just happy moments. She thinks we're going somewhere, and I know what we're actually doing.
Yeah.
So.
And you're like, this is why I'm proposing to this woman. Because of this moment. Oh, I love
the car ride.
But it's the special moments that you guys share. But Lindsay, did you have any idea? Were you suspicious at all?
No, I mean, we like the entire cast thought that we were going somewhere. We all thought it. Nobody knew except for basically Carl that we weren't actually doing that thing. So I had no idea. I just thought, okay, like we're just going to go early and set up and then everyone's going to meet us. And also like for some reason, we weren't even out there the night before because like something else happened. So I was just like naturally thrown off into all, not expecting anything. And then when it happened, I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
Oh, that is so fun. Okay, well, we got to know wedding planning. I mean, how is that going? Do you guys have a date, a venue? What can you tell us?
Yeah, we're pretty close to locking in a date and a venue / location. It's like close, like this week close. Yeah. So unfortunately I can't give you any like, significant news right now, but wedding planning is interesting.
No, I feel that. I'm in 4 weddings next year, and then my boyfriend should be proposing any day now. I don't know, but I feel, so that's why I like asked about the suspicious, because I'm like, I'm always suspicious, but it's kind of hell, the wedding planning of it all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's hell and very challenging. It's hard. It's like there's a lot of things that we want to accomplish with our wedding, and
Yes.
certain things we need, and figuring that out and finding the right venues and talking to the right people. And certainly there's another layer. We're hoping that Bravo will film our wedding. So there's some, there's some other things that are maybe not as normal as some other weddings. And let's be honest, the state of the wedding industry right now
is crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
You have this backlog of COVID weddings, and then now it's kind of catching back up. But venues are just like flat out like no, or wedding planners are like, I'm this much, and it's just there's a lot to
or
consider.
They don't have enough rooms at the hotel, and this or that. There's like just so many. The criteria for, I mean, step one is finding a venue, and the criteria for us to find a venue is just like extra large list. So it's been a little challenging on that department, but I do think that we are on the right track now, and very, very close. And we're hoping to handle that this week or next week, and then get married in the fall. That's the hope and dream.
Well, I was going to say too, what's helped the situation is she has some very close girlfriends who also got engaged around the same time,
Right.
and they're also planning their wedding. So we have like a support group, where I've talked to the grooms of these girls who are, also feeling how I'm feeling. And so it's been nice to have some other friends who are going through the same thing.
Like one of my absolute best friends, she got engaged 2 weeks before us. And so she and I are just always talking, and like shopping for dresses together, and just doing different things together. And I think is super helpful.
And special. That's so special that you get to go through that. But no, I completely agree, because I'm dealing with the same things, and I'm like, this is insane. I might just go elope. But would you guys? I talked to Captain Lee a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and he was like, I love Lindsay and Carl. I would love to officiate their wedding. They mean so much to me. Do you guys want him to officiate the wedding? Is that maybe a plan you guys have?
He's in the mix.
Yeah, he's definitely in the hat. He's like, in that hat for.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy. I mean, obviously he's very beloved on Bravo, but for me personally, he's been such a guiding force and such a strong, person to talk to over the last 2 years. We didn't actually meet for the first time until BravoCon this past fall. So that was just like amazing, like hug him and talk to him face to face. I met his wife in person. Lindsay got to meet him. And then we were in Florida for Thanksgiving, and we did go to lunch with Captain Lee and his wife. So that was like where we really were able to like talk to him and feel like, and get him to know us and who we are.
It was like a 4-hour lunch.
It was actually a really long lunch.
But you know what? We love Captain Lee. We just haven't even gotten to those discussions yet. Like we like, it started out with trying to find a wedding planner, and then it was like trying to find a venue. And like, now we're, once we lock that in, now we can start having all these extra discussions. So hopefully soon, like we can even start talking about who would officiate.
Yeah, it's on the list.
It's on the list. It's on the long list of things to do.
And we've thrown some other names in the hat too, so we'll see how it all shakes out. But